today's video, we're gonna have a little bit of a blast from the past, because I'm an old man stuck in a 22-year-old body. Well, today I love to revisit possibly one of my favorite characters of Popeye the Sailor Man, and possibly one of his most darkest cartoons I've ever seen ever. And furthermore, have you ever seen him actually kill a guy? They just shoot and kill a guy, and it's not even Bluto here. I'm gonna get you, mate. I'm gonna fuck you up. Anyway, this plush I've actually had since I lived in North Carolina, and it's one of my private. Anyway, Happy Birthdaze, one of the overlooked Popeye cartoons, and I watched it before, and thanks to James Rolfe and Doug Walker, I was wondering in my mind, like, has anyone else ever talked about this? This is actually pretty funny, and it's ridiculously dark and mean-spirited. Like, no one else? And so I chose to throw my hat in the ring and really revisit this. There's one. And so, we'll get a right deep look into it. But for Popeye was created alongside Betty Boop and Bimbo the Dog by Max and Dave Fleischer, the Fleischer Studios. As you remember their character designs, which are very memorable. You probably know all the same formulaic plot. Let's see there, Popeye and his girlfriend Olive Oil, they're in love, and Bluto the bully gets between them, and he kidnaps her and sometimes harasses her. He wouldn't last a day in the Me Too era, and so he challenges Popeye, who never gives up. Popeye eats his spinach, and beats the living crap out of Bluto. They win, and he wins. Very much that's the former plot. But this one, it's bizarrely different. It's the darkest cartoon, yet this guy is not even in it. And so we'll get right into it. Yes, but this time Popeye was owned by Paramount Plus, yet Fleischer had nothing to do with this one. It was directed by Dan Gordon for some reason.
For your birthday party, don't forget to come. Love, Olive.
Damn. If you really when you're a younger kid, we watched Popeye or the Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry or anything, there'd be jokes. Back then, suicide. They taught us that suicide could be funny, and it is one of the most serious subjects, darkest subjects to even talk about or think about. Like back, cartoons made it hilarious, and today it's, you can't really do that. You can't really do that, and it's a really serious thing. And this little guy named Shorty, played by Arnold Stang, who's a comedic actor. He is basically Bluto's opposite. I'll go right that in a minute. But he's depressed that, like, Popeye and his friends are getting letters, and poor Shorty didn't. This is a bizarrely relatable thing. Like, I'm sure you had when you grow up, whether you're in kindergarten or your school, and for Valentine's Day, everybody else is getting letters, but nobody gave you any. You're depressed, but at least you don't decide to just end it all. The small hilarious thing is that he's about to have his gun, and he covers his ear. Like, what will that do? Like, you're just not. And like, poor kid, by the way. Oh, before we head on to it, I guess I'm gonna continue with it. Suicide is a very terrible, harm thing. If you have any suicidal thoughts going on and you're swirling around your head, please talk with your parents, talk with family members. But prevent it. Please get help. Go to your doctor, your psychiatrist, anything to prevent it. Your life does matter. Alright? So we'll get that out of the way, alright? We love you. You are very important.
Hey, what's eating you?
Question to ask before they try to kill himself. Most people go like, whoa, 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 but Papa goes like, takes the gun like, hey, what's eating you? That's how they respond back then. Before some guy out like, hey, what's eating you? And it's like, people got different ways of comforting people, you know?
That's funny, I like you. You're cute and good looking. What? Why, you looks like Bob Hope.
I cannot believe they throw Bob Hope on the bus. Can you imagine Bob Hope? I mean, watching this cartoon. Second, like people, like you guys remember Bob Hope, right? I knew him because my dad introduced me to him when I was a younger age. Third, this is the second time this guy has pulled out a gun, and it's bigger than this. Like, and so I feel like this story's making it clear, like, this is like a running joke, like like slightly needy and bizarrely sensitive.
Birthday party. Woohoo! A birthday party.
You see, look, he made Shorty happy, so he's involved, he's happy. This gonna be a great time. Just keep watching.
Gotta wash my hands first. Happy birthday to my town, to my town, to my town. Happy birthday to my town, my town. La 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 la. Hey, Shorty, are you decent? I got a towel for you.
Alright, about a few things to take note of. Let's see, one, I've already made a small video, if you like check it out, of the history of Happy Birthday. And it's kind of like when you sing both the ABC song and Twinkle Little Star, they both have the same melody. Da 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 da. With this, I guess back then, the Happy Birthday song was copyrighted. And so instead, I guess the way of still singing Happy Birthday but differently, Shorty would sing in the tune of London Bridge is Falling Down. Da 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 ba 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 ba. He sings Happy Birthday to my pal, like, alright, it fits in this odd world. Second, I love the fact that he was only in there for what, I think maybe 10 to 15 seconds, and there's already water filling up, splashing over Popeye, and somehow he winds up in the sewer. Like, wait, how'd he do that? The hell? I've seen self-aware jokes before. That's a very good self-aware joke. How two people two people split up at the same person doing different things, and he goes like, wait, what? There's a second me? Wait, what the hell? And he goes and erases it like, oh well, and gets back to what he was doing, and that joke's perfect actually. And Popeye sees him about to strangle Shorty. I'm like, for what? Just for using too much water? That's probably not even his apartment. That's olive oils, right? Like, what? Why are you?
I'm sorry, Popeye. I was only trying to be helpful.
Oh, cut out the sentimentality and open the door.
Remember what I said about Shorty being Bluto's opposite? Well, the difference is, Bluto is strong, tough, tall. And Shorty, of course, he's short, tiny, and tiny. He's sensitive as Bluto here is aggressive and belligerent. And Bluto is jerky, mean-spirited, while Shorty there he feels bad whenever he messes up, and feels depressed whenever, and sad whenever he cares about what happens to people. Like, he knows he's ruining Popeye's birthday, and he feels bad about it. And so, he means well. He means well, like Dennis the Menace, like when he accidentally messes up, goes over Mr. Wilson's house and screws up his life, or Urkel when he goes to their house and just screws everything up. But what those three have in common is they're innocent, naive, and they mean well. They're not jerky at all. And
What are you keeping it? Do something. Get up and take a bath.
that's one of the let's see, great timing there. You see, it takes about, I'm going to say 5-6 seconds. You see that this iron's about to fall. It's about to fall on Popeye. You can tell. Olive Girl zooms in, stops it, and bonks him ahead. That's real great. That's real great comedy. Great timing. Fast comedy. That's real perfect. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like this cartoon really is overlooked. And I really hope people look into it.
My fault. I hate myself.
Oh, don't be so silly. Yeah.
All right. Where do I begin? All right. One. That's the third time he pulls out a gun. Like the third time. I'm about to end it all just because he knows he messed up Popeye's birthday party still, and that says a lot about him. Like how many guns does he have on him? Like this little kid is like he's armed to the teeth, and second or third, all of what takes away is that's the most appropriate response. Like when you're about to kill yourself, she takes the gun like, oh, don't be so silly. You're not. Like, what was it like back then? Did they not take it seriously enough? And I feel like they're really overusing this joke, and it's just so many mixed reactions. Furthermore, but it's still hilarious. I still do love this cartoon. Don't get me wrong.
And he wants to play baseball. Hey, you ever
What
see
the
baseball
fuck
hit a
was his
home run?
plan? Just to beat the hell out of him with bat in front of olive oil? Like, right in front of her?
It's vinegar. Oh, that's a beautiful cake. Hey, Olive.
Alright, a few thing note here. What I love about the Fleischer cartoons, despite that I don't get that they're not part, if they're part of or not, is that in it, I mean, the plot is relevant, and furthermore, that they keep track of each character's personalities and all. Like Olive Oil, who's probably one of my favorite female characters in cartoon characters in almost anything. Like in Fleischer and cartoons, not her limbs are very exaggerated, and you do whatever you want with her. She's like, in my opinion, she's like the Imogen Coco of cartoon comedy, saying the fact that she's zooming with this cake with so much icing, and the candles are flaming back and forth. Furthermore, she falls right into the hole, and Popeye's done meat. It takes about 8 seconds of naive. And it's just admiring the floating cake, which gets a laugh out of me. They're like, oh, wow, nice cake. And just falls in the hole like, oh, Wade, you fell in. Like, the hole that he made. And just seems like, oh, how clueless can you get? This is a great cartoon. Hilarious. And this, before I begin, this is where the one I'll never forget about, the ending. That's where I look back and go like,
Hey, can I put out the candle? Happy birthday to my pal, to my pal, to my pal, happy birthday.
yeah. And so that's Happy Birthdaze. What gets me is that, let's see, Bluto here, he's tried to kill both Popeye and Olive Oil, so many cartoons, and others tried to kill Popeye too. But of all people, he shot this little kid, just for being innocent, and like you really, this little kid that this little guy you really sympathize. And I feel like the way the ending is rememberable is that, you know, there's many cartoons that they end with a dream. They end with a dream, like how Mickey Mouse is about to be killed and tortured. Boom, it's a dream. Or when Tom is about to go to hell. Boom, that's just a dream. But with this one, you know, they could have ended like, the lights are on and Shorty is singing "Happy Birthday to my pal." Popeye pulls out the gun and shoots Shorty going whoop whoop and falls over like, and we've been like, yeah, that's fine. But no, this is not the way life works. I feel like people behind like, you know what? Let's make the ending ridiculously cruel, and that's so jaw dropping. So picture this: the lights are off. You just hear Shorty happily singing, and you hear his gunshot, and then blackness. The bitter end. It's like, holy hell! What did I just see? What is this? Like, talk about going. Let's go to the bottom level of hell. That must have been what's going on here. And like, this just tells you like, not all cartoons have to have a happy ending. You know, like there can be jaw-dropping endings too. And I do have other favorite Popeye cartoons that really get to me, like the Sinbad the Sailor one, or the one where Popeye is babysitting little Sweet Pea here. This is probably one of my top 5 favorites for sure. And do you have any favorite Popeye cartoons? Do you know any darker Popeye cartoons, or anything that's related to the Fleischer Brothers? And if so, what are your opinions on that? Also, thank you all for watching.